What's the worst example of different spanks for different ranks you've witnessed? Mine happened at Fort Benning, and it damn near made me quit the Army. Specialist Vincent Howell got caught with a single beer in his barracks room. One beer. A warm Bud Light he'd forgotten in his wall locker after someone gifted it to him at a barbecue. Didn't even drink it, just left it there. The discovery happened during a surprise health and welfare inspection at 0600. I watched First Sergeant Donovan lose his mind. Veins bulging in his neck, spit flying as he screamed. You think the rules don't apply to you, Howell? You think you're special? Vincent stood there at attention, eyes forward, saying nothing. He knew better than to explain. I could see his jaw clenching, could tell he wanted to mention it was an accident, but you don't interrupt First Sergeant when he's on a rampage. The punishment was swift and brutal. Article 15, reduction in rank to private. 45 days extra duty. Half month's pay for 2 months. Vincent's wife was pregnant with their second kid. That pay cut was going to destroy them financially. I felt sick watching it happen. Vincent was one of the best soldiers in our company. Never late, never complained, volunteered for every terrible detail, and his career was getting torched over one forgotten beer. Here's where it gets interesting. 3 days later, I'm working late in the company office filing reports. Around 2100 hours, I hear voices outside. Through the window, I see Captain Preston Caldwell stumbling toward officer housing. He's not just tipsy, he's obliterated. Weaving across the parking lot, barely staying upright. Lieutenant Griffin Sterling is helping him walk, laughing about something. Sir, you gotta sleep this off before the colonel sees you. I'm fine, Caldwell slurs. Just had a few drinks with some Pentagon guys. Networking, you know? A few drinks? The man could barely form sentences, and he was in uniform. The same uniform Vincent got destroyed for having a single unopened beer near. But here's the real kicker. Captain Caldwell got behind the wheel of his car. I watched him fumble with his keys, drop them, pick them up, and eventually start the engine. Sterling tried to stop him, but gave up after 10 seconds. Caldwell drove off, barely missing a light post on his way out the gate. The MP at the gate waved him through. Didn't even do a second glance. I stood there in that quiet office, hands balled into fists. The fluorescent lights hummed overhead. I could smell the stale coffee from the break room, and I felt this burning rage in my chest, the kind that makes you want to flip desks and scream at the walls. Vincent lost everything for nothing. This officer just drove drunk on a federal installation in uniform, and nobody would ever know, except I knew. I spent the next week debating what to do. Report it? Who'd believe a junior enlisted over a captain? I'd probably get hammered for making false accusations. But every time I saw Vincent doing extra duty at midnight, sweeping motor pools with a flashlight, that rage came back. So I did something stupid. I wrote an anonymous detailed statement about what I witnessed. Included times, locations, vehicle description, everything. Dropped it on the battalion commander's desk at 0400 before anyone arrived. 2 weeks later, Captain Caldwell was gone. Not just reassigned, gone. Rumor was they found security camera footage backing up the anonymous report. Found evidence of 3 previous incidents that got swept under the rug. The investigation went all the way to brigade. Caldwell was court-martialed, dismissed from service, lost his pension, his benefits, everything. But Vincent, still a private, still doing extra duty, still financially ruined. I requested to speak with the battalion commander, took every ounce of courage I had. I laid out everything. Vincent's punishment versus Caldwell's behavior, the disparity, the injustice of it all. The commander listened quietly. When I finished, he nodded once. You're dismissed, soldier. I thought that was it. Thought I just signed my own death warrant. 3 days later, Vincent's Article 15 was vacated. The official reason was administrative error in the investigation. His rank was restored, his pay made whole, his record cleared. First Sergeant Donovan looked like he'd swallowed glass during the formation where they announced it. Vincent approached me after formation. Someone told the commander about Caldwell. Someone who saw what really happened. He paused, studying my face. Thank you. I never confirmed it was me. Didn't have to. Some things you just know. Here's what nobody expected. I made sergeant 2 months later. Fastest promotion in company history. My evaluation included a line about moral courage and commitment to justice. The battalion commander wrote it personally. And Vincent? He's a sergeant now too. Still one of the best soldiers I know. His daughter was born healthy. His family survived. As for First Sergeant Donovan, he retired 6 months later. At his farewell ceremony, nobody clapped. That silence told him everything he needed to know about what happens when you enforce rules like a tyrant instead of a leader.